Lab Guy here. By popular request, I've gone to my storage lockers and fetched my Sylvania 500-watt sun gun. This beauty puts out some light. If you'll recall, I made a video recently called The Scary Light. This is it. This thing puts out some heat. And today, my professional stunt double Spud will be standing in for me, at least initially, and he's ready to go. This is a modern camcorder showing you room light. Oh, that looks familiar. Over here is our camera, the tiny Ike, with the 5527 Iconoscope tube, 50mm lens, high voltage circuits, video preamplifier circuits, video amplifiers, the works. Ready to go. So let's get on with it. So here we are looking at Spud with just the ambient light coming from my workbench. So let's turn on the sun gun now and see what kind of a picture Tiny Ike can produce. I would say that's a lot better in many respects. There's a little bit of shading over here I can't explain just yet. And the camera's nice and unstable. It likes to flutter around. Let me try to adjust it. We can't run the sun gun for more than 5 minutes. There we go. There you go. Tiny Ike, Spud. Pretty good video, I'd say. I'm not going to touch much else. I will play with the capacitor I added for rolling off frequency response. That picture could be just a little bit sharper, but it's pretty good. This is the setup where I develop my projects. This is my workbench. And that's what it looks like when this thing is working. I have a spiffy new digital thermometer, and we'll let this thing run a few seconds and see how hot it gets. The outer case is already 150 degrees Fahrenheit or 50 degrees C, and I know it's just getting started. And looking inside at the lamp, which is hard to do. I know I'm in your way. I saw a reading of 400 degrees, 500 degrees C. 500 degrees C. That's what we scientists call hot. And speaking of hot, have you ever heard of thoriated glass? That's glass that has thorium added to it. an element very similar to uranium. In the 1970s, for a while, they used thorium in the inside of these lenses. And they can be quite radioactive. So let's put that there. And pull out my first Geiger counter. This is the world's smallest Geiger counter. Google for electronics gold mine. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's crackling away. I know it wants to bite me. It's got high voltage on there. Naked circuit board. 9-volt battery. $129. I think. Sometimes it's on sale. So let's get a more accurate reading and use the Victorine Geiger counter. CDV 700. I'll wear the headphone. There's a Geiger Mueller tube with a beta shield, which we will open. Inside this window is the actual Geiger counter tube. And here we go. We'll turn this thing on, and we're on the times 10 scale. And we have over 1,000 counts, over 1,500 counts per minute. There you go, 200 counts. It's putting out some radiation. That's kind of cool. Thoriated glass, the element thorium. On the front, there's almost no radiation. The sides, a little tiny bit. So it's relatively safe. You wouldn't want to sleep with it under your pillow. Wow. 2,000 counts per second. 2,250. Wow. There you go. Tiny Ike even has a radioactive lens. That's pretty appropriate for 1947, wouldn't you think?